Hey, y'all ain't subscribed yet? Man, like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button right now.
Give me verse 68. Read that.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now y'all said y'all read the Bible, right? What were the Israelites doing in Egypt the first time? Do you know? Okay, give me that. Oh yeah, you got it? You good, brother. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
The land of Egypt. So Egypt is a code word. The Bible is written in code, so only those who are meant to understand it can understand it. You feel me? Go ahead.
Out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is the house of bondage. What is bondage?
Like getting stuck together.
Oh, where's a good one? This is actually a good one. What is this right here?
He's tied up.
He's tied up, which is what?
I mean, he's being held hostage.
It's bondage.
Right.
Bondage is slavery.
Right.
You see us tied together? They put us in chains and tied us together. They did the same thing when they went to the Marshallese Islands. They did the same thing when they came to Mexico.
That's right.
Yeah, they took Montezuma and some of his people. They took them and they put them on a slave ship and they took them back to Spain.
Right.
Same thing they did to our leaders on the Marshallese Islands. When they first, what's the dude's name? Did you look up the dude? Oh, you didn't help me. Come on, Eastside. Same thing they did. They came to the Marshallese Islands. They put us on boats and they took us to different islands.
Right.
That's why some of us be in Tonga, some of us be in Samoa, some of us be in the Philippines.
Right.
Am I wrong? That's right, right? That's the history, right? God is saying, what? Verse 68, come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
God is going to bring you into slavery again. Go ahead.
With ships.
Who went on slavery on ships?
White people.
White people?
Wait, what?
Who went into slavery on ships?
That's right.
Oh, I mean, check. Well, now you say like what you call the Jews, non-white people, so African Americans.
Come here, Marie. Come here. What is this?
Shit.
What is on it?
Slaves.
Right. Who are those slaves?
Us.
Us!
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the Marshallese. And when Hernán Cortez came over here, he put Mexicans on a boat and took you back to Spain.
Right.
Or he took you to Cuba. Or he took you to Panama, Brazil. He put you in slavery on ships. Same thing with the British. When the British came to the Marshallese Islands, they put you on a ship and they took you all throughout the Pacific.
Right.
Or they took you from Puerto Rico and Mexico and they took you to the Marshallese Islands.
Right.
That's what the Bible is telling us would happen.
Right.
Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So we would go into slavery on ships. Hey, sis, what's your name? Tamika. Hey, let me ask you a question, sis. I don't mean to put you on blast. I've been putting them on blast, so don't trip. Tamika, who went into slavery on ships? Who went into slavery on ships? Come look at this sign real quick. What's happening here?
Slavery.
Slavery. Who did this happen to?
The African Americans.
Us, right? Our ancestors. Same thing that happened to so-called Mexicans. Same thing that happened to the Marshallese. We the same people. We went into slavery on ships. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
ahead.
thou shalt see it no more again. And there,
once you get off those ships in America, once you get off those ships in Mexico, Spain, the Philippines, all around the world, Jamaica, go ahead.
ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
Who are we sold to? White people. That's how, what's your last name? Sanchez, where you get that from? Who?
White people.
The Spanish, white people. What's your last name, Levi? Huh? I can't hear you. Come on, man. You gotta speak up. She's talking louder than you. Huh? I can't hear you. DJ? Legion? Legion? Like Legion? Oh, I almost cussed. You're lying. Is that what's your native tongue? Is that a word in that language? No, so where'd you get that from? The white man that owned you.
Right.
The army owned, the British Navy owned you.
Right.
And they named you Legion. They named your daddy and his daddy and his daddy Legion.
Right.
You were sold to the British.
Right.
You obviously know you got a white last name too, right? Okay, read that.
Bring it
And ye
out.
shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen
Slave men, you were sold as slave men. Go ahead.
and bondwomen,
Slave women. Go ahead.
and no man shall buy you.
Meaning nobody redeem us, cause ain't we still owned by white people, right? You know that, right? Do you know y'all owned by white people? Okay, you got a dollar bill? Okay, on the money, who's on the money?
We got the sun.
Oh, yeah. Y'all come here. Yeah. Come here, Mr. Legion. Come on, Levi. Look at this. Who's on this money? This is a coin, right? American money, right? We spend this, right? Who's on it?
White people.
Which means what?
We're owned by white people.
We're owned by white people. Ain't nobody saved us. Cesar Chavez ain't save us. Vicente Guerrero ain't save us. Martin Luther King ain't save us. Ain't nobody came to the Marshallese Islands to tell the U.S. to let y'all have y'all land. No, we still belong to America. We belong to Joe Biden. We belong to Donald Trump. We his slaves. That's why when you go to work, who's your boss?
White man.
Okay, so we're still in slavery. Now the question is, why are we in slavery? Okay, what you think, Levi? Why are we still in slavery? You don't know? Okay, now watch this. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15. Because again, God explained why these things would happen to us, right? So we're gonna break down again why we went into slavery, why the white man took our names and gave us their names, why we gotta work for them, okay? Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Meaning it's gonna happen that you go into slavery, that you lose your nationality, your culture. You will become mentally destroyed to the point that you think the greatest man that ever walked the earth is the same people that beat and raped us and stole us. That's all gonna happen. Why?
To observe, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
That if we don't listen to God to do what?
To observe, to do all his commandments.
If we don't do what? His commandments. If we don't keep his commandments, what would happen?
And his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So why did we go into slavery, Marie? Correct.
IUIC TV, where we are recreating the narrative for the black family. As the Bible says, where there's no vision, the people perish. The media have been vehicles that have conveyed destructive images of God's children, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Not only are we in the streets, but we are on the airwaves and networks, compelling our people to come back to their heritage. Tune in to IUIC TV.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.